Yoga for longevity. This practice about longevity, because yoga has this aura of being a fountain of youth, keeping you flexible, functional as you grow older. Yoga takes a balanced approach to living without excessive mortification or indulgence. Yoga employs the dual actions of purification and strengthening for the mind and body. The Shat Kriyas are actions, as Kriya means, for methods for cleansing the body. Good. Good morning. All right. Shat Kriyas are cleansing actions. And of course we have asanas and bandhas as tools for maintaining muscle tone, flexibility, and balance. Pranayama practice is also vital because this expands our life force, energy, and directs it wherever it's needed. So, if you're ready to take a comfortable seat, we'll begin some centering breaths. And roll the shoulders up and back so the chest can open, the lungs fill to their full capacity, inhaling, expanding, filling with strength, vitality, and exhaling, releasing any impurities, waste, things we don't need or want. Ayurveda is the sister science to yoga about health and balanced living. So your doshas are something that can be thrown out of balance by wrong diet or stress or other things. And Ayurveda is a way of helping you maintain balance among these doshas. You might have excess of kapha, which would make you more lethargic or slothful. You might have an excess of vata, and that would make you very restless and anxious. Or you might have an excess of pitta, and there you would be overheating. So we want energy to help us live longer. So Prana Mudra is a way of recharging the batteries. We make this mudra by extending the first two fingers and wrapping the last two with the tip of the thumb. So connecting the ring and little fingers to the thumbs. And this is the vital energy gesture, bringing healing and life force into the physical and subtle bodies, helping with immunity, eyesight, digestion, and stamina. Prana Mudra is said to slow the aging process, strengthen willpower, and direct self-healing energy. Keep inhaling the vitality and energy to live long. Filling you up with prana. It's going to be a relaxing start to the class. Please recline onto your back. If you have a strap, you can use that for stretching. But first, just bring the knees up to the chest. Apanasana, you're hugging the knees to the chest. Letting the arms lengthen as you inhale so the lungs fill. And at the top of the inhale, start to exhale without any pause. Draw the knees in a little closer, squeezing out every drop of air. Inhale, expand, drink in prana, saturate the body, and exhale, wring it all out. And rest the feet on the floor with the knees bent. Inhale, let the lower back arch. And on the exhalation, draw the navel down and in and squeeze the muscles in the pelvic floor. Inhale, relax that contraction. And exhale, reapply gradually, strengthening through the perineum and those pelvic floor muscles to produce what's called mula bandha, the root lock. And let that muscle relax as you inhale, and then gradually reassert that strengthening. This is a good muscle to strengthen, to prevent incontinence, and to promote sexual health and functioning. Now, we're going to lift the right leg up. If you have a strap, you can put it over the right foot. If not, you can clasp the hands behind the right thigh. Start with the knees soft, so you can draw the shoulder blades under the back and keep the head and shoulders resting comfortably. And then, if possible, slide that left leg down so it's flat on the mat. Maybe you want to circle that ankle, release any tension there, stretch in all directions. And as you exhale, now start to press the thigh into the hands, extend the leg a little straighter. Inhale, relax that tension so you can fill the lungs completely. And exhale, stretch a little deeper down that hamstring. And over time, you can shorten the strap or walk the hands up the leg towards the ankle. Still allowing yourself complete breaths in and complete breaths out. Now, holding that right leg, open it to the right side, sweep it out. And then bring the right knee up, bend the knee, and cross it over to the left side of the mat, rolling onto the left hip. And reach back through the right arm, open the palm, and find some freedom in that shoulder to stretch and lengthen the spine. Inhale, straighten the leg and spine. And on the exhale, twist a little deeper, pulling the navel in and pressing the outer left hip down. Complete breaths in, complete breaths out. And release, roll onto the back and spine, straighten the right leg, or keep the right knee bent and lift the left leg up. Hold the back of the left thigh. And if it's comfortable, stretch the right leg down so it's flat on the mat. Circle the ankle, spread the toes, and start to stretch in the hamstring, pulling that left leg closer and straightening as you exhale. Inhale, relaxing, adjusting, maybe getting a little shorter on the strap. Enjoy the full capacity of your lungs to really saturate your body with prana. And open the left leg, hold it to the left side. And bend the left knee. You're going to cross the left knee over to the right side of the mat. Roll on to the outer right hip. And stretch back through the left arm. You can cross the right hand to the left knee and use it for balance or to twist a little farther as you exhale. Very gently twisting. And releasing again onto the back. And we'll lift both knees up and cross the right ankle over the left knee. Use the right hand to open the right knee to the side. If you can open it easily to the side, you can then start to bring the left knee towards the chest, holding the back of the left calf, and gently drawing that knee closer as you exhale. Inhale, letting the arms lengthen, and exhale, hugging the knee a little closer. Gently, methodically, working with the breath to keep prana flowing in and out and through every part of the body. If you have a particular place and discomfort, try breathing to that place more generously, more compassionately. And then rest the left foot down and switch sides. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. Use the left hand to open the left knee. If that's something easy for you, then draw the right knee a little closer, holding the back of the thigh or the top of the shin. But you should be able to keep the head and shoulders on the floor once you've got your grasp. Letting the arms expand out as you inhale so your lungs can fill thoroughly. And then drawing the arms a little closer as you exhale, squeezing out all that air. Inhale, prana filling every nook and cranny. And exhaling, ringing out. And release and lower the feet down. We're going to flip over on to hands and knees. Coming to table pose. And then press the hips back into child's pose. Lower the forehead. On the inhalation, lift up through the armpits, widen the back of the neck. And on the exhale, draw the navel up and in, melting the upper back down. Each exhalation, press the palms forward, send the hips back and the tailbone down. Inhale to the back of the shoulders, the back of the neck, and filling up the kidneys. And exhale, squeezing, emptying all that air out. Now, please walk the hands over to the right side. Press back through the left hip. Breathe along the left side of the waist, into the left lung, the rib cage on the left, expanding. Now, please switch hands to the left side. Walk the hands over to the left side. Claw with the fingertips, a little pulling, and then press that right hip back. Stretch along the right side, lengthen. And come into the center with the hands. Lift up the hips and step right foot forward, low lunge. Walk the left knee back and press down through the legs. Lift up with the hands and roll the shoulders back. Exhale, pull the navel in. Grip with muscles, hugging the muscles to the bone. And use that stability to root down and rise up through the arms. Inhale, broaden the shoulders, spread the fingers, widen your smile. We're alive. Exhale, hug into your core, thankful. Now, windmill the left hand down and the right arm up. So you're twisting to the right side. And release. And bring the right hand down. Start to straighten the right knee, folding over the right hip. Lift up the right toes and press down through the back of the right heel. Inhale, lift up, out, and over the right hip. Soften the knee as much as you want. And on the exhale, begin to fold and straighten the knee a little more. Relax with the inhale. And deepen that stretch on the exhale to your capacity, knowing that there'll be other stretches. You can gradually and methodically increase your flexibility if you don't rush. Now, switching sides, step the right foot back, bring the left foot forward. Move the right knee back as much as you're comfortable and press down through both legs, lifting the hands. Inhale, relax, free to experience this beautiful moment of life. Inhale, raise up the arms, celebrating this gift of embodied life. Knowing it is finite, but we're going to do our best to lengthen it. Because this is such a precious gift. We don't want to waste it. And windmill the right arm down and the left arm up, coming to our twist. Rolling the shoulders back and lengthening the throat. So you can gaze up to the left hand. And lower the left hand down. Begin to straighten the front knee, lifting the left toes up. I usually have to wiggle my heel forward an inch or two so I don't end up sitting back on that back heel, because I want the hips up and then folding forward, but following the breath, the rhythm of the breath. So with the inhalation, I can expand, realign, and get a good, clear sense how I'm holding my body. And on the exhalation, deepen the forward bend, while applying lots of muscular energy, hugging the muscles to the bone, lifting up through the pelvic floor, and drawing in through the navel as you exhale. And yes, even applying Mula Bandha as you exhale. And release that stretch. Step the left foot back. And sit to the heels. Hero pose, Virasana. The hands can rest on the thighs. Some people put them on the soles of the feet to draw the shoulder blades in and lift the heart up. Press down through the toenails, strengthen through the muscles in the ankles, so we're protecting those joints in the feet and ankles. And lift up to a high kneeling position. We'll continue that action of squeezing the buttocks, hugging the thighs to the midline, and drawing the shoulder blades in to lift up through the heart. Lift up into camel pose. Press the hips forward. Now squeeze the buttocks, and some can reach down, hold the heels. Expand in the heart like a big helium balloon floating higher and higher into the sky. And lift up through the arms to come out. Reach up through the thumbs. And then rest the hands down. Curl the toes under, and it's downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, soften the knees, broaden the shoulders, and on the exhalation, press down through the heels, pulling the navel in and lengthening the arms. A little pulsation is natural. Some like to walk the knees to get started, and just find a steady foundation in the hands and feet and work from that. And release the knees down and come all the way to Crocodile Pose on the stomach. Widen the toes to the width of the mat and stack the forearms in front of the chest. Now the elbows are not so far forward that the back of the neck is collapsing. I want to keep the elbows close enough under the shoulders that the front of the rib cage lifts up. All right, now let the forehead rest on the back of the wrists. And sense how you're breathing into the back of the rib cage, into the kidneys, and the floating ribs on the sides, sweeping out and widening. Now the abdomen presses against the floor as you inhale. And then coming to Cobra Pose, slide the hands back along either side of the chest. Squeeze the legs together and press down through the tops of the feet. Press down through the finger pads and lift up in the front of the shoulders, rolling the shoulders up, pulling the elbows back, and breathing complete breaths in and complete breaths out. Great job. Release, come down, and let the heels open. Stretch the arms back. Cover the breath, the thread of the breath, so it's unbroken from the inhalation to the exhalation. And once more, squeeze the legs together. Turn the palms face down, pointing back to the back of the mat, and lift up the front of the shoulders to Shalabhasana or Locust. Each inhale lifting up in the shoulders. Each exhalation strengthening in the back and buttocks. And release and lower down. Relax the heels open, chin to the side. Just saturate the back of the body with delicious breath. And one more back strengthening pose. You can repeat Shalabhasana as you did before, with just lifting the shoulders, or now try clasping the hands, lifting the legs and the shoulders, and breathing. Complete breaths in, complete breaths out. And as your abdomen expands and contracts, there's a little bit of a rocking motion. And last breath, looking great. And release and rest, chin to the other side. Oh, isn't that fun? Those back muscles are going to keep you standing straight and sitting straight and not hunching over. Getting now pressing up, come all the way up to our downward dog one more time. Okay. Adho Mukha Svanasana. So you can really stretch out the lower back as you exhale. Lengthen the tailbone down to the heels and press the heels deeper. And walk the feet forward to the center of the mat. Widen the toes, turning them out. And lower the hips down, squatting into Malasana. You can use the hands for balance or bring hands into prayer. Squeezing in with the knees, but pressing out with the elbows so the shoulders stay broad. Chest open. And chin neutral. And hands down, lift the hips up. And fold. Now the feet should be parallel as you fold in the forward bend Uttanasana. Soften the knees on the inhale. Make sure your spine is straight, and exhale, straighten the knees more and press down through the hands and feet. And inhale, come all the way up to stand. And your feet are still maybe as wide as the mat. And the toes now turning out once more. Bend down, and with the palms face up, lift energy from the earth up to the heart. Invert the palms, press it to the sky. Exhale, open the arms. Slowly come back down to where you started. Inhale, scooping up, turning, sending it to the heavens. Exhale, scooping back down. So it's all breath-led movement. You look beautiful. And last one, press up and stay standing. And now the arms wide, we're going to circle one arm at a time into the heart. And then the opposite. Turning a little from side to side. Gather all that energy into the heart center. Concentrating life force, prana. Now, turn the palms away and figure 8 with the arms. So they're going up, around, and side to side. Very good. Getting very fluid and graceful with this. All right, let's try one more. Now with the feet parallel, reach up and over with the palms face down. Then invert the palms, make fists, pull the elbows back, and lift up in the heart. Inhale, lift, reach out and over, and exhale, draw back. Very nice. Great. And no two people are going to look the same doing this. So it's totally individual, what feels right in your body. If you can attune to this prana. All right, just sense now with the palms facing one another, can you feel some vibrational energy between the palms? All right. Where are we? Yeah. Let's come into standing balance, okay? Because we need good balance. We get older. You're all gonna live long now that you're doing yoga, so you don't fall and hurt yourself. I want you to have good balance. We'll press the palms together and draw the shoulder blades into the back. Make the abdomen nice and strong. And on the inhalation, lift up the right knee. And on the exhalation, tap the right foot down. Toe touch, then lift. Toe touch. Okay. Very nice. Okay, now let's try the other side. Stand on the right leg. And toe touch with the left foot. Keep a little micro bend in the right knee, and when you're ready, inhale. Inhale, lift, and exhale, touch. Just a little toe touch. Good. See, you're getting better. It's just practice. All right. Now we're going to make it a little harder. Going back to the first side. You're going to lift the knee and circle the knee out to the side and bring it forward. Okay? So start nice and slow. So 1 breath per revolution. And let's reverse the circles. All right, practice the other side. Balance on the right leg. Lift the left knee. And just slowly play with circles. Keeping the shoulders back. Core strong. And reverse circles. Good. Now your balance is there. What should we... We'll do Warrior 2 next. Okay, so step to the front of the mat. And take a big step back with the right foot. Open the right toes now. And bend the left knee. You can lengthen your stance so the hips come down. And then spread the arms. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, engage in the core to go deeper. Make sure lots of prana is coming into this pose. Take Prana Mudra. Bring that left elbow onto the knee. And with Prana Mudra in the right hand, circle the right arm up to the sky, inhaling and exhaling down to the earth. And then reverse the circles. And release to the front of the mat. And step the left foot back. Back with the left foot. Bend the right knee. I need to face everyone here. And open the arms. And Warrior 2. Virasana. Inhale, expand the chest, the collarbones. And exhale, tighten in the pelvic floor. You can use Mula Bandha as you exhale to stay engaged, stay control of prana. We don't want the prana to drain out, so we tighten Mula Bandha. And Prana Mudra in the hands. You're going to bring the right elbow to rest and circle the left arm. Keeping the arm bone nicely integrated into the shoulder and the shoulder blade seated onto the back. And reverse the circles. And release, coming to a seated pose. So sit on the mat. And first, let's take Sukhasana and into a little forward fold. So if you wish to sit on the blanket for that. And inhale, draw the lower back in. Keep the shoulders back and wide. And exhale, pull navel to the spine and start tiptoeing the fingers forward. can inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. And then inhale, lift up to a straight back. And I want to describe and have you practice Kabala Bhati breathing with me. Kabala Bhati means shining skull, and it's one of the Shat Kriyas, cleansing. It works with a powerful exhalation to empty out any of the toxins that may be in the lungs. So we squeeze the navel to the spine, diaphragmatically engage to blow out through the nostrils. If you're breathing in the chest, you'll just end up coughing, and we don't want that. So start with a slow, steady rhythm, working from the abdominal muscles and blowing out through the nose. So then the exhalation is forceful, as though you're blowing out a candle in front of you. The inhalation will just happen reflexively and passively. So we'll practice a round of 10 together, but if you start feeling woozy or dizzy, just go back normal breathing. Okay? And you can do it at your own pace. You don't have to match mine. And take a few resting breaths. Relax the shoulders, neck. And practice another round of 10. And then rest for a little bit. Take a nice breath in and a slow breath out. We'll do one more final round, and if you're comfortable picking up the pace a little bit here in this final round. And slow it down, rest. And so you feel a lot smarter and brighter now, and your skull's shining brilliantly. I'm going to come off the bolster, the cushion here for boat pose. And have hands support the back of the thighs as you come into the general form of the pose. So keeping the chest lifted, the shoulders back. Yeah, this makes a better angle for the camera. And drawing the lower back in. Some people will even do their Kabala Bhati or Bhastrika breath while they're in this pose, but I think this is hard enough just to concentrate and do the pose. Now rest down with the feet. Good. And we're seated for head to knee pose. So bend the right knee to the side. So the right foot presses against the inner left thigh. Move the sitting bones back. Spiral the inner thighs down. And then engage, hug the muscles to the bone so this kneecap is nice and firm. The ankles flexed, the shins strong. Inhale, lift up, out, and over that left hip before exhaling, pulling the navel to the spine. Inhale to the back of the neck, the back of the shoulders, the kidneys. Exhale, squeezing out, navel to spine. Long breaths mean long life. inhale up to a straight back. And switch the legs. Extend the right leg and bend the left knee. Inhale, lift up through the heart, roll the shoulders back. Make sure the sitting bones have good solid anchor. And then begin to exhale over the right hip, preventing the shoulders from collapsing or the chin from sinking down. Keep the throat long and breathe into the back of the shoulders, the back of the neck, all the way down the spine. With long, steady breaths. And honor the natural rhythms of the body. Using muscular energy as you exhale to stay engaged, and even applying Mula Bandha in the exhalation. On inhale, release up to a straight back. And open the legs to a wide angle. This Upavishta Konasana. Spread the toes and again, move the sitting bones back. And the inner thighs spiral down. Strengthen the legs, hug the muscles to the bone. And lift out and over the hips, folding incrementally. So beginning very cautiously, and each breath observing, witnessing, and fine-tuning where you need to breathe more. So that every part of the body is being energized with the vital energy of the breath. And inhale, lift up to a straight back. Bring the left hand to the inside of the left leg. Reach up through the right arm and extend over the left leg, spiraling open in the chest so the right shoulder stays back, the left shoulder tucks underneath. So this left arm can act as a lever to widen the chest, spiral open, and keeping the legs nice and strong, spreading the toes. And inhale, come up to straight back. And the other side, right hand to the inside of the right leg. Lift the left arm up and reach over that left ear. So press down through both sitting bones. We don't want the left hip to lift up. I'm going to keep stretching through the left side of the waist. So stay anchored in that left sitting bone. Press down through the right sitting bone. And spiral the left shoulder back. And release up to a straight spine. Hands lift up the knees. And then the feet are wide apart on the mat for a little windshield wiper from side to side. And then going back onto the spine, reclining for a finishing And taking the knees into the chest. And widening the knees and lifting the soles of the feet up. Hold the ankles or the backs of the thighs and pull the knees towards the armpits. Some of you can hold the feet, do that. And try and keep the head and shoulders nice and heavy. And the lower back rolling down towards the mat. And then if you want to lift the hips up, roll the hips up into plow. It becomes very difficult to talk when you're in plow. All right. And bend the knees and rolling back down to happy baby. And resting. Bring the feet back to the mat and open the knees apart so the soles of the feet touch. And the hands may rest on the inner thighs as additional assist in stretching. First, adjust the hips so they're in a neutral position. And on the exhalation, add a little weight with the hands to press the thighs gently. Inhale, relax that pressure so there's no impediment to the breath. You can breathe into the hips, thighs. And gradually reassert the pressure as you exhale, finding your comfortable edge, satisfying your body's need to stretch. And stretching in a healthy, safe way by applying muscular energy to those muscles you're stretching. Not so much that they're fighting the stretch, but so that the stretch is distributed evenly through the entire muscle. And then extend the legs out for Shavasana and add on your blankets or sweaters or things to keep warm. There are 6 Shat Kriyas taught in the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. And Kabala Bhati was the one that we practiced earlier, the shining skull practice, intended to energize and balance the nadis, the chakras. Another of these kriyas is the Neti, the nasal wash. And this involves using a neti pot, which is a little like a miniature flower pot with a spout that sticks out. And you mix up some warm saline solution, and in the pot you put one end of the pot in one nostril, sort of tip your head to the side and let the water just flow through the sinuses and out the other nostril, and then repeat on the other side. So it's useful if you have allergies and things in the spring. You can really clean out the nasal passages with the neti wash, but you want to use non-iodized salt in your solution. Bhati is the cleansing of the upper GI tract. Bhasti is the cleansing of the lower GI tract. And Nali is an exercise that massages the abdomen using only the muscles of the abdominal wall. You would sort of stand with your hands on your knees, leaning forward, and then work the muscles in the abdomen, turning them in a clockwise direction first and then a counterclockwise direction. And then that brings us to Trataka, which is gazing at a fixed point, such as a candle flame, or a yantra, which is a geometric symbol representing one of the deities. And continue just to relax and rest, rejuvenate. And I'd like you to use your imagination to picture your breath moving up and down through your body, starting at the soles of the feet and inhaling up to the crown of the head, and then exhaling from the crown of the head down to the soles of the feet. Inhale from the soles of the feet up to the crown of the head, and exhale from the crown of the head down to the soles of the feet. And inhale from the soles of the feet up to the crown of the head, and exhale from the crown of the head down to the ankles. Inhale from the ankles up to the crown of the head, and exhale from the crown of the head down to the ankles. Inhale from the ankles up to the crown of the head, and exhale from the crown of the head down to the knees. Inhale from the knees up to the crown of the head, and exhale from the crown of the head down to the knees. Inhale from the knees up to the crown, and exhale from the crown down to the root chakra. Inhale from the root chakra up to the crown, and exhale from the crown down to the root chakra. Inhale from the root chakra up to the crown, and exhale from the crown now to the sacral chakra. Inhale from the sacral chakra up to the crown, and exhale from the crown down to sacral chakra. Inhale from the sacral chakra up to the crown, and exhale from the crown down to the navel center. Inhale from the navel center up to the crown, and exhale from the crown down to the navel center. Inhale from the navel center up to the crown, and exhale from the crown down to the heart center. Inhale from the heart center up to the crown, and exhale from the crown down to the heart center. Inhale from the heart center up to the crown, and exhale from the crown now to the throat center. Inhale from the throat center up to the crown, and exhale from the crown to the throat. Inhale from the throat up to the crown, and exhale from the crown to the third eye. Inhale from the third eye up to the crown, and exhale from the crown to the tip of the nostrils. Inhale from the tip of the nostrils up to the third eye, and exhale from the third eye out through the tip of the nostrils. Inhale from the nostrils up to the third eye, and exhale from the third eye out through the nostrils. Inhale from the nostrils up to the third eye. And exhale from the third eye out through the nostrils. And let your awareness simply rest at the third eye chakra, the seat of consciousness, awareness, imagination, and understanding. The Mahamrityunjaya mantra is given to mankind to overcome fear of death and to promote long, healthy life. Om Triambakam yajamahe Sugundim pushtivartanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrikchur mukshya mamritat. To the Lord and the earth, the sky, and the heaven above, we bow. You are the one that brings healing and causes us to thrive. As in due time the stem of the cucumber weakens and the gourd is released to the earth, so too free us from attachment and lead us to immortality. Peace, peace, peace. Now begin to deepen your breath and stretching and moving in your body to awaken the muscles. Roll over to your side. And take a moment to observe the energy in your body, the subtle life force. And when you're awake, come back up to easy seated pose. All right. I wish you all long, healthy life. Namaste.